I'm Debbi Dachinger. Welcome to Dare to Dream. Be inspired to live big and bold and take action to turn your dreams into your reality. Go beyond obstacles and limits of your thinking. Accelerate results to catapult yourself to success. I'm a visibility expert who gives media makeovers to clients, booking them on media interviews and turning their books into international bestsellers with guaranteed results. Join me at DebbiDachinger.com. Dare to do great things. Dare to shine. It's all about you becoming a visionary and leading the pack. Welcome to your daring new life. Debbi Dachinger, and today, a little bit later on the show, we're going to be talking about my favorite tool. In fact, it's a tool that I'm shocked when I find out people are not using it or don't understand how to use it. This is going to be such an important conversation. I'm going to be featuring RHONDA SHER, who's going to tell us how to consistently find qualified leads and referrals for your product or services. Where? In your LinkedIn inbox. Yup, she's a LinkedIn expert. So she's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and business owners increase their income and have a pipeline filled with qualified leads and referrals. And this is a simple system, she says. She teaches how to create visibility, credibility, and profitability using LinkedIn. So RHONDA is going to be on later on Dare to Dream. And here at the opening, this is all about lightness. So if you've been feeling heavy, it is your opportunity to take in a breath and make a new choice about lightness, how to find the lightness in your personal journey. So first, thanks for joining me each week on this Dare to Dream adventure, because here we get to transform all our heaviness and burdens in life instead to lightness and fulfillment. And on Dare to Dream show, we learn how to create our dreams into our reality. That's what this is all about. So together we understand that often we're weighed down with emotional, mental, and spiritual burdens. Got it. However, in this new choice we're going to make, if you choose to make the new choice, today we discover that we don't have to struggle. We don't have to struggle to shed our burdens. All we need to do is expand our awareness. And in that awareness, we find the inner fulfillment that is our true self. That state of expanded awareness is the lightness in your life, and it allows you to effortlessly let go of heaviness that doesn't serve you. Throughout today, keep choosing, re-choosing. Remember to re-choose. Allow yourself to explore all the ways you can shed physical, mental, or emotional weight. Look for the lightness and levity that is already all around you. In fact, today's show will bring just that. So stay with us because there's going to be so much of that. Focus on appreciating all you do have, all you are today. And remember this thought. My struggle has ended. My struggle is ended. I am in harmony with myself. It was Eric Pevernaghi who said, lightness and weightiness are both choices in life. Well, when we come back, RHONDA SHER is here to tell us the secrets to a profitable profile, how to get LinkedIn or be left out. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Whether you're a wine novice, a wine lover, or a wine specialist, you will love directsellers.com/DebsWineWonders because it's sourced from boutique artisan vineyards from around the world. Give the wines as gifts for colleagues to bring to social situations, or just enjoy it with family and friends. The box of wines I've been receiving from directsellers.com/DebsWineWonders are superb, to be frank. They take care in the wine they choose. Their in-house wine experts ensure that the members get only the best. They've been tasting and selecting wine for over 15 years. The goal with this club is to send you wine that you love. Each month, our experts select great premium wines from wineries around the globe. Your satisfaction is guaranteed at directsellers.com/DebsWineWonders. That's direct, CELLARS.com/DebsWineWonders.
How do you comfort a grieving child? It's not easy, but the book, My Mommy is a Butterfly, facilitates the process by introducing your child to the concept of signs from the afterlife. These signs will prove to your child that their loved one is still around them and still loves them. The heartwarming story encourages your child to focus on the power of love and how it transcends death. My Mommy is a Butterfly will uplift your child with hope and resiliency. Your child will become empowered to learn that death is not only an ending, but also the beginning of a relationship where love never dies. Written by Michelle Bieber, My Mommy is a Butterfly is available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
What is LinkedIn and why should you be on it? Wondering what in the world people use LinkedIn for? You will be surprised how much is available on this popular business social network. Go to www.yourconnectionconsultant.com. Did you know that 64% of all social media traffic to websites is driven by LinkedIn? RHONDA SHER, known as the LinkedIn Diva, will explain how to double your business using LinkedIn. Don't be left out. Learn how to leverage LinkedIn today. RHONDA SHER, the LinkedIn expert, is your connection consultant at www.yourconnectionconsultant.com.
You've had enough of seeking for your purpose. You are ready to start living it. Right now, you only need one answer. What realizing your life's purpose will look like. How exactly will you do that? You don't want to make another mistake, change careers, only to feel trapped and bored again. You want to absolutely know what your special gift is and who you are meant to serve with your gift. Great business ideas are just that. They are aligned with your true essence and make a profound difference in somebody else's life. Get your free Activate Your Life's Purpose call with Lyra Kay, an international best-selling author, quantum success business, life coach, and your creative genius activator. Lyra Kay will help you take the next step today so you can make an impact and realize your potential now. Book your call at shesgotpassion.com.
This is Debbi Dachinger on Dare to Dream, and RHONDA SHER is here. She's a nationally recognized expert in business networking. She's the author of The 2-Minute Networker, The ABCs of LinkedIn, Get LinkedIn or Get Left Out, and How to Avoid the Business Card Pileup, 52 Ways to Boost Your Business with Business Cards. RHONDA is an expert at teaching entrepreneurs and small business owners how to eliminate the common cold call. Oh boy, do I need to talk about that. And replace it with warm handshakes and networking using LinkedIn. RHONDA helps small business owners, coaches, trainers, sales executives, realtors, mortgage professionals, and others leverage LinkedIn to generate more sales, increase credibility, and add clients, and take relationships to revenue using LinkedIn. You can find out more about RHONDA at yourconnectionconsultant.com. RHONDA, welcome to Dare to Dream. I am so looking forward to talking to you about networking and LinkedIn.
Thanks, Debbie. I'm so happy to be here today.
Well, I met you last year, and you've been on my mind ever since when I found out what you do. And I truly meant what I said in the beginning. LinkedIn is my favorite social professional media site. And when I talk to people about it, and they say, yeah, like my name's there, but I don't use it, or I never went on, or I don't know what to do with it, I think, OMG, I've booked jobs there. I've met amazing people through LinkedIn. So you're the expert. You're going to take us way beyond what I know. And I want to start there with these people who don't yet understand the brilliance of LinkedIn. Talk to us about it. Why should people be on it, and what is it used for?
Well, one of the facts that's really interesting, Debbie, is that LinkedIn generates 3 times more conversions than Twitter and Facebook. And the thing that's interesting about LinkedIn is that most people spend time on Facebook, on Instagram, but they invest time on LinkedIn. Because LinkedIn was purchased back in October of 2016 by Microsoft for $26 billion plus, what's happening is that if you Google yourself, there's probably a 70% chance or better that if you have a LinkedIn profile, it's going to come up on the first page of Google and sometimes even ahead of your website. So if that's the case, what LinkedIn is the digital footprint that's the first impression that people get when your name comes up. So the question of why do you need to be on LinkedIn? Because if somebody is checking you out, and we all know that whether it's a movie that you're going to go see, maybe it's the podcast that you're going to listen to, or the vacation you're going to take, you're going to Google it. You're going to want to know what other people said. Well, LinkedIn is the place that you get to put your best foot forward. You get to tell people who you are, why you're different, what your customers and clients think about you, how to reach you, and even show samples of your work. What could be better than one place that Google loves that shows up right there?
Oh, boy. So that was really illuminating. I didn't know that. 3 times more conversion rate than Facebook or Twitter. Holy moly. So I, myself, am about to embark on some marketing. I am offering an anthology book, right? And so 25 authors can come aboard, and they can each write a chapter, become a published author, and a best-selling author at that. I was going to do Facebook Live. I've sent out a newsletter. But I hear you saying something else about LinkedIn, but I'm pretty sure I can't just market there. At least I'm thinking that. What would you recommend? How would I or someone else use LinkedIn for something like that?
Well, I would imagine, Debbie, that since I'm actually in an anthology book that's going to be released next month, okay? So I understand how powerful that is. And I would imagine that you know exactly who it is that you want to put in the book, right?
Yeah.
You probably have a good idea of the kind of people that you want to invite to be in the book. Would that be true?
Yes, very inspiring. I would say this is men and women who have a story. It can be a personal story or a story they know of a trial they went through, that they came through, and that ultimately transformed them.
So one of the things that you could do is you could be using LinkedIn to actually go and send invitations to those people that fit the criteria for the book. You could even write an article and invite people to send you something that tells you why they would want to be considered for the book. In fact, they will be coming to you versus you having to go find them. And there are so many people on LinkedIn that you can use Sales Navigator, which is the paid version, to literally put in that you are looking for a speaker or somebody who's a specialist in a particular topic, and it could be anything. And literally, LinkedIn will deliver that directly to you. You just send them a message and basically invite them to connect with you and follow it up with either a phone call, a message, an email, saying, I'm doing a new anthology book. I'm looking for a specific type of person that might want to be considered to be part of this book. And I'd love to set an appointment if you meet the following criteria, and then just put a link to where they book an appointment with you. So you can literally sort and sift using LinkedIn. It's an amazing tool, and literally everybody's on there. They're all there.
This is huge. I took notes, so love that, and thank you so much. So people are going to go on, they're listening to you and saying, this is cool, I didn't use it much, I'm going to go on there. They set up a profile. How do you know, how do you determine, is this LinkedIn profile perfect or is it pathetic?
I love that. Perfect or pathetic. I don't put it that way. These are the things that I look for. And you're a perfect example. One of the things that you get on LinkedIn is a background. Now, if you don't take advantage of it, it's just plain blue. I looked at yours this morning, and yours is absolutely a perfect example of all of the credibility of the 11 years that you've been doing this. You have a beautiful banner. And by the way, if you're not an artist and you're not somebody that can do it, on your own, go to Canva. It's a free website where you can actually create your banner. So the first thing that you look for is the banner. The second thing you look for is the headshot. You cannot imagine, Debbie, how many people put a picture of themselves in sunglasses. Maybe it's an inappropriate picture. It's a selfie. That headshot is the first impression somebody has of you. So you want to make sure it's really a professional picture. And then, this is really key. You have a headline. And the headline will default to what your first job title is if you don't change it. So you have 120 characters to put who you are and how you want to be found. So let's use the example for a moment of the anthology book. You might put something like seeking want-to-be authors for an upcoming book. It's a way that if somebody is an author or they're looking for, something like what you have to offer, you make that headline the way that people are going to search. So if you happen to be, let's say you're a realtor and you're in Orange County, or a better example, I just had a client. She's a realtor in Houston, and her picture was absolutely perfect. Her headline said, Houston real estate agent helping buyers and sellers, had her phone number, and literally within about a month, she had somebody call her and say, I'm moving to Houston, I'm a CEO, can you help me find a new home? Now, most people don't look for their realtors on LinkedIn, but that headline, because it was so optimized, it had the city, it had her phone number, it had what she did. It was so easy that she popped up first. And the rest of her profile had, in her summary, contact information. One of the most important things to do in your profile, because if people are not connected to you, they may not be able to reach you. So in that summary, make sure that you tell people in first person, because that's how we talk, who you are, a little bit about your background, because you want people to relate to you, what makes you different, and write it from the position of the person that's reading it. Your ideal client, prospect, or referral partner. What do you want them to know so they can relate to you? Make sure that you put your specialties in there. And here's a little tip. You have 14 places underneath your summary to put rich text media. That means you can put your speaker one sheet if you're a speaker. You can put videos. You can put SlideShare and PowerPoints. You could put some of your podcast episodes there. So those are the things I look for. And then I look for the experience. I look to see that the profile is actually complete. And if I see all of that, and I see the magic number, which is 500 plus, because that's when LinkedIn says you are an all-star, that's what you want to look for. You want to get to at least 501 connections, have a great picture, an awesome headline, a great summary, and a really good banner. Does that make sense?
Yes. So banner, headshot, headline. If you don't take charge of your own headline, it will default to your job title. You've got 120 characters, and you can use that to optimize where you're driving people. Be sure to put contact information in the summary, and then use those 14 places for text, for speaker sheets, for podcast episodes, videos, PowerPoint slides, and more. Okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And you're somebody who says 3 times more conversion. You can absolutely use this to lead to sales, to lead to referrals. Well, I guess first I want to ask you, because you had mentioned earlier about using, I think it was Sales Navigation is the paid service.
Sales Navigator. Yeah, there's 2 versions. You could do Premium or Sales Navigator. And Sales Navigator allows you to be very, very specific in what you're looking for. So maybe you're looking in a specific postal code. Maybe you're looking for specific keywords. It allows you to do very specific searches. It allows you to save the searches. And whether you use Sales Navigator or you use Premium, one of the most important features, and this is where I think most people don't realize that they're leaving a lot of money on the table. It's like going to an ATM machine, putting your card in and saying, I want $20 and walking away without it. You have people that are looking at your profile, but if you don't have the paid version, you have no idea that they have actually looked at your profile, but they didn't send you a connection request. Well, what if you knew who was looking at you? And then you go back, look at them, and you see, wow, this might be somebody that would be great to work with. So you send them an invitation that might say something like, Debbie, I noticed that you viewed my profile, and we share 20, whatever the number is, connections in common, as well as mutual interests. It would be great to connect and learn how we can network for mutual benefit. Best regards, Rhonda. Now, if you didn't know that that person looked at your profile, there's probably no way that you'd ever reach out to them. So how does that convert to business? Tell you a very quick story. A friend of mine is an image consultant, and she asked me to help her out with LinkedIn, just show her how it works. So on a join screen, I did, through Sales Navigator, found a bunch of different image consultants all over the country and showed her those profiles. Never gave it another thought. The next day I got an invitation from somebody in Houston who was an image consultant saying, I'd love to know more about your services, and I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. And I thought, why is an image consultant in Houston reaching out to me? And when I called her, and that's the other thing, I pick up the phone and I recommend that people do that, she said, oh, you looked at my profile, and I had been looking for somebody to help me upgrade my profile, and I saw yours, and I saw your testimonials, and that's why I reached out. So having the ability to see who's looking at you, that's pretty huge.
Well, I want to ask you about something you just mentioned, because this is something that stymies me. So I do have people who reach out. This is actually one of my issues with LinkedIn, so I love your expertise. I do have people who say, either they'll say, gosh, what you're doing, your work, I'm into doing a book, or I need visibility help, booking on interviews. I'd love to talk to you about it. Great. I'll set up like a 20-minute free consult. We'll go through the consult and have this conversation. At the end, they'll say, I have no money right now. And I'm like, oh, my God, what a waste of my time. That felt really dishonest, and it felt like they needed something from me for free, and it's not equitable. It doesn't work out. So how do you have discernment there about who you let through the gate and who you don't?
So that's a great question, because one of the things that happens when you do a free consult is that you do end up with a lot of people that are what we call tire kickers, or, they're really not qualified. What you can do is send them to a landing page where they fill out a few questions. And then if they qualify based on just those few questions, you can then send them back a link to book time on your calendar. So you'll know right away. And basically what you can book, and if there's an elephant in the room, address it. And basically say, my time is extremely limited. I'm happy to speak with you if you have questions. However, in order to make sure that I don't take advantage of your time and you don't take advantage of my time, please click over, send them to a landing page, have them answer just a few questions. And one of them, of course, is, letting them know right up front, this is not free. This is what it cost. Are you still interested in booking a time to talk to me? That way, you know right off the bat whether this is somebody that's going to qualify or not. Do you think that might help?
Yes, I think that would be huge. And I think a lot of people probably wouldn't make it through that gate, and the ones that did would be the important conversation. And
the other thing that you could do, though, Debbie, and this is just another thought, you can also invite people to pay, and I use something called Simply Book Me. It's like Calendly or any of those. However, you can add the paid version. So you can have them pay to have the consult with you and tell them that they get their money back no matter what. they can either apply it towards being on your show towards the cost, or you will refund it. But in reality, if they're not going to pay for the phone call, they're not going to pay to be on the show. So you can do it that way as well. So everybody can book an appointment, but they have to just put a deposit. And maybe it's just $97. But they get that back, but it really does separate the people who are serious or not. Because if they have no intention of ever paying, they're not going to put $97 down, refundable or not.
Well, it's brilliant because that's what a lot of event coordinators do right now, too. They want to ensure that their rooms are filled, and they say, hey, you pay us $297, we're going to refund you. We just want to make sure your butt's in the seat when the event starts. So
Absolutely.
It's a nice guarantee. Thank you. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that filter. And I like the idea of applying it to working with me because I think that's very encouraging to move forward. And another issue I'm thinking about with what you said, love to hear your feedback, is exactly what you were saying, that there are a lot of people who very kindly reach out and say, Debbie, love the profile. Let's arrange a time for us to talk, see if there's mutual benefit. Would you be open to that? But they're not including any indication of why they want to call. So I'm not really clear where we're headed or if it's going to be fruitful or what if I really have anything they need or vice versa. What would you do there?
So one of the shortcuts that you can use is a very free Chrome app called Auto Text Expander. So you don't have to keep typing the same thing every time. And what I would do, and I actually do this because I have the same type of a thing where, everybody wants to talk to me about LinkedIn. They want to pick my brain, and they want to do it at no cost, right? So what I do is I send them back a message saying, thank you so much. What I'd like to know is what is it that you're specifically looking to gain from a conversation with me? Because if they just say they want to chat, that's not enough. And so you want to make sure that you respond back and say, what is it that you want to chat about? Because if they really can't tell you and they can't eloquently say exactly what their agenda is, then probably it's not a worthwhile conversation for you to be having. And again, that frees up your time and makes it available to those people that really are going to be the ideal people you want to talk to.
Amazing. Okay, this is so helpful because this is such a great tool, and all these tweaks and hacks you're talking about are going to make everyone's life so much easier. Well, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Dare to Dream Radio. Join me after the show on Facebook at Dare to Dream Radio and TV. When we come back talking to Rhonda, we'll find out, do the number of followers you have even matter? Should you invite strangers or people you don't know? And how can you actually get new business or job hunters or recruiters? You'll want to hear. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Tell the world about your product or business. Advertise on Dare to Dream Radio. The award-winning program is syndicated on over 60 stations, has a big following, and large listenership. If you're ready to expand your reach, become a sponsor or advertiser on Dare to Dream Radio. Best rates, great results. Email at ads@DebbiDachinger.com. That's ads@DebbiDachinger.com.
What if the world doesn't function the way we've been told? What if we truly can bend the laws of physical reality? What if we can end limitation? What if weird were the coolest thing you could be? And what if it's time for a totally different reality? Are you ready to create it? Are you ready to dream as big as you dare? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything in my life changed for me. This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Gandhi, Galileo, and Aristotle all knew to be true. It's not about the answer. It's about being the question, always. It's about truly being you, whatever that looks like, and changing this world. Is now the time? Start by signing up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. That's beingyouclass.com. What if you are the gift and the change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
Tell the world about your product or business. Advertise on Dare to Dream Radio. The award-winning program is syndicated on over 60 stations, has a big following, and large listenership. If you're ready to expand your reach, become a sponsor or advertiser on Dare to Dream Radio. Best rates, great results. Email ads@DebbiDachinger.com. That's ads@DebbiDachinger.com.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that, when run, assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
Is there a way that if we're not behaving, not treating people or customers well in LinkedIn, that it will actually affect us or impact us negatively?
You know, I can actually answer that question with real-life experience without mentioning names. I had hired a company to do a website for me, paid a lot of money, and I had a really, really bad experience. I paid up front, and I tried to get through to them and say, basically I want my money back. You haven't delivered. And I could not get anybody to call me back. I couldn't get them to respond to a call, nothing. And so finally I sent a message on Twitter, on LinkedIn, everywhere. But this is what got their attention. I finally just left a voicemail on the company phone saying that it was for the president. And what I said is, I've documented everything that has happened in this transaction with the website that I purchased from you. I just want to let you know that I have over 9,000 followers on LinkedIn, and I plan on sharing my story. The next day, I got a complete and full refund immediately.
Wow.
It works.
Wow. What a great story. That really makes me think. I have a friend who teaches sponsorship out in the world, and she makes a lot of money because many people want to know how to do this for speaking or shows that they do. And her biggest tool is LinkedIn because of who you can connect with. Mm-hmm. So when you share this, it just gets your mind thinking about the companies you're interested in, and here you used it to actually get your money back when nobody else would respond. How powerful. That money they sent you. And I
documented everything. I was only going to tell my story because I didn't want it to happen to anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And boy, websites, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation in itself.
Yeah.
I have been there. So kudos to you for using it to help yourself to short circuit all that frustration. And
what's interesting, Debbie, on the other side of that, I recently found an amazing webmaster. I mean, somebody that literally has come to my house, showed me how to set up my green screen, set up everything for me. And so I put a post on LinkedIn talking about the power of relationships and how this particular webmaster went so far over and above anything he needed to do. And I said, if anybody's interested, please let me know. I'm happy to send you his information. So I didn't put it out there in a way that I was advertising him. I got 3 people that messaged me and said, please send me his information. And so it's a great way to share your resources as well, not just the bad experiences, but pay it forward with the good ones.
Nice. And that makes me wonder then, what is the importance or not importance of a testimony on your LinkedIn profile?
So when you talk about testimonials, there's a couple of different things that happen on LinkedIn. One are the skills and endorsements. And most people don't think they have a lot of weight, but they really do. Because when you endorse somebody, and I call it the endorsement game. So if there is, if there are maybe 5 people that I want to be top of mind with, I will literally every day go out and endorse somebody with 3 or 4 skills. So I'll endorse 5 people for 3 or 4 different things. Well, when I endorse, you get a notice that says, Rhonda Sher has endorsed you for this skill. What does that do? It makes you top of mind. Now this person thinks about me, and they go and look at my profile. So that's one way that you can use testimonials. The second way are recommendations. Recommendations are at the very bottom of your LinkedIn profile. So what happens is it's kind of like going to page 2 or 3 of Google. Most people don't go there. They stop after they get to your summary and your experience. The other challenge with the recommendations is, and this is really sad, but it's true, a lot of times people will not write the recommendation. If I said, Debbie, would you write a recommendation for me? Now, you would never do this, but other people might say, sure, Rhonda, you know what, you write it, send it to me, and then I'll just send it to you and you can post it. So it's not written in your words. It's written in my words. So I don't really know what this person thinks. And the other thing is it's dated. So I look at a lot of profiles, and I see recommendations that are from 2008 and 2009. And I also see that they may have received 10 recommendations, and they've given 0. Well, what does that tell you? They're a taker, not a giver. So the best way to get around that is I use something called an audio-video testimonial, but you don't even have to do that. When somebody says something really great about you, they might say, Debbie, this was the most amazing show. You wouldn't believe I actually put the tape of the show out there and I got 2 new clients. And somebody says that to you. All you need to do is take out your phone and say, would you just mind recording that for me? I would love to just put that on my LinkedIn profile and my website. My line is when somebody says something nice, I usually say, oh, would you record that? My kids never say anything nice. And I will put it on my profile and make sure you say your name and your business because I want people to go over to you. So using a video with your phone, and I use audio video. I created a system where literally people call an 800 phone number, they upload a photo, and it's turned into an audio video. Wow. And that's where we talked about that media. So that's why it's so important. And in your summary, here's a little tip. What I suggest to people that they put in there is, I could tell you the results that my clients get, but don't take my word for it. Just click below. Now you're actually telling them what to do. Go listen to what other people said about me.
Brilliant. Loving this. OMG. Okay. So we talked about inviting strangers or people we don't know. What is the best way to invite people? Some of these people may have big companies or big CEO names.
Mm-hmm.
So we may want to connect with them, but we don't really know them. How can we reach out so that we get a really positive response and connection?
So the answer to that is, first I will tell you that LinkedIn says, don't reach out to people you don't know. I don't subscribe to that theory. My theory is you do the 2 things your mother taught you not to do, right? Talk to strangers and master the F word. Follow up. So when it comes to, finding that person that you don't know but you want to reach out to, what you want to do is look at their profile. Find areas where it'll tell you who you share connections with. So oftentimes I'll find that I share literally 300, 400 connections with somebody and I don't know them. And it might be also that we share a connection because we both went to the same university or we both volunteered for the same charity. So when you're making that invitation, it would say something like, hi, Debbie, came across your profile, noticed we share 350 connections, as well as a common interest in wine tasting. Mm-hmm. It would be great to connect and learn how we can network for mutual benefit. Now, when they look at your profile, and your profile has an amazing banner and a fabulous headline and a summary that tells this person what you do, along with potentially a self-introduction in the form of a video or an audio, and testimonials, there's a pretty good chance that that person's going to accept your invitation, even though they don't know you. Make sense?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. So good.
The other thing that you could do, and I do this all the time, is I literally just pick up the phone and call. And this is what I say. Hi, my name is RHONDA SHER. I found you on LinkedIn. I'm not selling anything. And then they talk to you. It's crazy. They actually talk to you.
You're safe.
Yeah,
you can open up and not worry.
Yeah.
Huge. That's amazing. What a nice way to start a conversation. And I like the idea of finding that connector. I see you have dogs. I have a dog as well. It's my first dog. I'd love to connect with you and talk further. Just nice ground to develop a relationship. I do know relationships are everything. I think my business has been built on relationships. So I love these tips you're giving. And followers. So as of this morning, I have 8,227 followers on LinkedIn. I honestly don't know what that means. Does the number of followers count for anything?
Well, they're not stalking you, so that's good news. So my question for you is, you have these followers. Are you following them? You want to be following the influencers. So if somebody's following you, they may not be connected to you. But having followers is a really good thing, because what that means is they are reading what you're putting in your feed. They actually are getting it unless they've turned it off. So having followers is a really good thing. And short, quick story of how powerful followers can be. I was connected to somebody who, in 2012, don't even know who this person is, but every day he would post something that was so inspirational that I would smile and I shared his stuff. It was amazing. And one day I just decided, I want to acknowledge him. So I wrote him a note. I sent him a message, and I said, I just want to say thank you because I love what you share every day because of you. I smile, and I share that smile with all of my followers, and I really appreciate you. Well, this man had, 150,000 followers. He wrote me back and said, nobody has ever said that to me. You completely made my day. Thank you so much. What can I do for you? Now, people are on LinkedIn for a couple of reasons. Most of us are on LinkedIn because we're looking to find new clients, new referrals. But there are a lot of people like this gentleman who are on LinkedIn for one reason. Credibility and visibility. He doesn't need clients. His job basically is he goes to his computer on Monday. His company tells him this is where you are this week, goes out with the sales force and closes sales. So he doesn't need any business. But what he said was, I looked at your profile, I looked at what you're putting out there, and I want to share what you do with my network. And I was like blown away because the guy has over 150,000 followers. He can't even have any more connections. He has the 30,000. He hit the max. So the next thing I know, he wrote something about me, and I'm getting business like all over the place. And I went to him and I said, thank you so much. What can I do for you? He said, nothing. And so I said, well, can I tweak your profile? And he said, oh, does it need tweaking? And I went, a little. He said, well, let me pay you. And I said, oh, no. Your money doesn't work at my bank. I'm sorry. And I redid his entire profile, and it was amazing. And all I did, Debbie, was give him a compliment because I was following him. Amazing what happens with that.
Well, I'm glad you shared that. I know every time I go on LinkedIn, I think this gentleman is a recruiter. I know he's got huge numbers as well. And even though this has nothing to do with recruiting people, he posts every day a phenomenal picture of animals. They are so beautiful. I don't know who he pays or where he gets these, but they're evocative. And they make me feel so good. And even though I've liked them or maybe done a quick comment, I've never taken the time to reach out and thank him for changing my energy in the moment by looking at these beautiful pictures that he takes the time to post for us. So I am going to follow up and do that. These are the kind of people, these are life changers, right? Instead of the usual blah, blah, blah.
Well, you know the old expression, right? It's not what you say, it's not what you do, it's how you make someone feel. That's what they remember.
Wow. Big. Well, we're going to take a break. And yes, if you are looking for an opportunity to become a published author, you can write a chapter in the new anthology book called I Am Still Here. Author spots are available. There are only 25, and they are going to go. So if you want to be a featured writer in this book, go to debbid.net/anthology. Promise the compilation book is going to receive global distribution, and my company is guaranteeing it will be launched to an international bestseller. I Am Still Here anthology is for men and women authors. You can write a true story or a story you know of. Show the strength of the human spirit from trial to transformation. First-time authors are definitely accepted. Get established as a published author, or this can be used to enhance your existing author platform. Contact me, Debbi Dachinger, or go to debbid.net/anthology and become a best-selling published author this year. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
How do you comfort a grieving child? It's not easy, but the book, My Mommy is a Butterfly, facilitates the process by introducing your child to the concept of signs from the afterlife. These signs will prove to your child that their loved one is still around them and still loves them. The heartwarming story encourages your child to focus on the power of love and how it transcends death. My Mommy is a Butterfly will uplift your child with hope and resiliency. Your child will become empowered to learn that death is not only an ending, but also the beginning of a relationship where love never dies. Written by Michelle Bieber, My Mommy is a Butterfly is available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
What is LinkedIn and why should you be on it? Wondering what in the world people use LinkedIn for? You will be surprised how much is available on this popular business social network. Go to www.yourconnectionconsultant.com. Did you know that 64% of all social media traffic to websites is driven by LinkedIn? RHONDA SHER, known as the LinkedIn Diva, will explain how to double your business using LinkedIn. Don't be left out. Learn how to leverage LinkedIn today. RHONDA SHER, the LinkedIn expert, is your connection consultant at www.yourconnectionconsultant.com.
You've had enough of seeking for your purpose. You are ready to start living it. Right now, you only need one answer. What realizing your life's purpose will look like. How exactly will you do that? You don't want to make another mistake, change careers, only to feel trapped and bored again. You want to absolutely know what your special gift is and who you are meant to serve with your gift. Great business ideas are just that. They are aligned with your true essence and make a profound difference in somebody else's life. Get your free Activate Your Life's Purpose call with Lyra Kay, an international best-selling author, quantum success business, life coach, and your creative genius activator. Lyra Kay will help you take the next step today so you can make an impact and realize your potential now. Book your call at shesgotpassion.com.
Research shows we apologize up to 10 times a day, and most of the time, we say sorry as a response to someone else's mistake. What if we thanked people instead of all that unnecessary apologizing? So instead of saying, sorry, I'm rambling, you say, thank you for listening. Join us at projectforgive.com, a free, non-religious resource on global forgiveness.
Welcome back to Dare to Dream. What an amazing conversation. This could definitely go on. And I'm speaking with RHONDA SHER. You can find her at yourconnectionconsultant.com. We're getting close to the end. I want to see how much more I can fit in because so many questions. There's something you've said, RHONDA, and here's the quote. There are opportunities to network anywhere you go. Could you explain a little more? Where are those opportunities?
You know, opportunities to network literally happen everywhere. Whether you happen to be just at Starbucks waiting for your cup of coffee, the person in front of you, the person behind you. One of the best places to network literally is go into a long line with the ladies' room, and you can't believe the people that you would meet there. Sorry, guys, it just doesn't work that way for you. But one of the things that you can ask somebody when you do and start a conversation with them is, you know, I'm curious, are you on LinkedIn? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes, but they don't even know what they're doing with it. But you can send them an invitation. So networking literally does happen everywhere. And one of the best ways to network and make those connections is wear a name tag, wear a logoed shirt. When my kids were young and I used to go to their basketball games, I had a T-shirt made that said, "I'm not gossiping, I'm networking," and it had my website on it. Literally, it led to keynote speeches. Awesome. So networking really does happen everywhere, but the magic of it is to follow up. It's not about giving out your card. It's about getting the business card of the person that you just met and then making sure that you follow up. And what I love about LinkedIn is it's a place that you can do your homework on somebody. You can actually find out what are their interests. A lot of times when you're connected to somebody, they even put their birthday on there. So if you want to know something about somebody and you know their birthday is November 16th, whatever date that is, go to Google and type in, if you were born on November 16th, about 80% of what they tell you there is going to be right. You'll know about that person without them ever telling you a word.
That's really new. Okay, great. And what about you personally, Rhonda? Because you're very heart-centered, you're very grounded. What kind of ritual or daily practice do you engage in that keeps you there?
So what I do, Debbie, is, number one, I meditate in the morning. Number two, I listen to a podcast or a book on tape for about 45 minutes on my elliptical every morning. And then I have a practice called 10 before 10. And what that really means is I touch 10 people before 10 a.m. So I'll go on LinkedIn, and maybe I'll call somebody that's already one of my connections but I haven't spoken to for a while, or maybe I'll call a total stranger. But I typically will get on the phone and say, just like we talked about, "Hi, my name is RHONDA SHER. I found you on LinkedIn. I sent you a connection request. I'm not selling anything, but I have a resource that you might be interested in learning about." So I'm always looking to find something that I can help somebody else with. I call it serving, not selling. So here's a great example. I learned about something called Rockstar Connect. It's a done-for-you networking event every single month. And if anybody wants to know, they can go to, Rockstar Coach.
Or they can reach out to you on LinkedIn.
They can reach out to me on LinkedIn, and I'll tell them about it. But the thing that's so awesome is, I can just call and say, "Hey, I know of something that might be really valuable to you if you're looking to grow your business. Have you ever heard of Rockstar Connect?" And they'll say, "No, what is it?" And I tell them about it. And the next thing you know, they're saying to me, "Well, what can I do for you?" And you never, ever know where that door is going to open. So that 10 before 10, touching 10 people before 10 a.m. is absolute magic. And that's one of my most important rituals. And also, the other thing that I do very consistently is when somebody accepts my connection request that I've extended, I send them a thank you. Thank you so much for accepting my connection request. I tell them a little bit about what I do. I invite them to tell me about what they do, and then I put a link to my calendar system. Or I put a link to the website, whatever it happens to be. But again, I'm always coming from the place of serving, not selling. And that, I think, is really the key to creating a ritual. It's always sending a personalized request, picking up the phone with the intention of serving, not selling. And finally, making sure that you just, as your mother said, use your manners. Say thank you when somebody accepts your connection request.
This is Dare to Dream. So, Rhonda, what are you next, Dare to Dream? What are your future dreams and your future goals?
Well, my future dreams and goals are, speaking of anthologies, my story will be out next month. I married my husband twice, so I have a husband and a husband. The joke is I, didn't have to change my name and the kids are ours. And my dream is to retire my husband and for us to move to San Diego because it was great the first time, but it's amazing the second time. And so I just want to be able to mentor, make a difference in other people's lives, empower them, and personally to retire my husband, move to San Diego, and keep teaching people how they can become a magnet for new business just using LinkedIn and talking to strangers.
And people who are fascinated by what you've shared today and what you offer, as far as your services, is everything then at yourconnectionconsultant.com?
The website is not out yet, but if they go to yourconnectionconsultant.com, they will be able to download a free PDF, which is 7 steps to a profitable profile. They'll also be able to book an appointment with me. And more than that, they can connect with me on LinkedIn. And I'm happy to tell people about the Done For You program. I'm also coming out with an online course, which literally you can do at your own pace. There's so many things that are in the process. But you know what? Just get off your ass and call. It's that
awesome.
simple.
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much, Rhonda, for coming and illuminating us with all this wisdom on Dare to Dream today. I just enjoyed it so much.
Oh, thank you. It's been so much fun.
I end today's show with this quote from Jay Baer. Activate your fans. Don't just collect them like baseball cards. Next up on Dare to Dream Radio, I'm featuring the well-known holistic practitioner, naturopath, author, and lecturer, Todd Nelson. You want to hear about this cutting-edge holistic practices. Subscribe to my inspirational YouTube videos at youtube.com/DebOnTheRadio. Thanks for joining us today on Dare to Dream.
To contact the award-winning syndicated Dare to Dream radio show, go to DebbiDachinger.com. Keep your excellent feedback and comments coming. Your host, Debbi Dachinger, is an expert at goal achievement, a media personality, an international best-selling author, and a keynote speaker. Debbi leads high-quality teleseminars on how to achieve goals, how to be a self-published best-selling author, and how to get booked on radio. All classes are at DebbiDachinger.com. Debbi's best-selling books are Dare to Dream, This Life Counts, sold on Amazon, and her second book, Wisdom to Success, The Secrets to Accomplish All Your Dreams, sold online at all bookstores. Tune in again to hear the next inspiring interview guest who has turned their vision into a successful reality. Want more support in making your dreams come true? Go to DebbiDachinger.com. That's www.DebbiDachinger.com. You'll see videos, MP3s, archived interviews, and amazing products sharing the secret steps to making your dreams come true. Remember to dream big with every expectation that your dream will become real. Dreams are free, so free your dreams. What do you dare to dream?
Here I'm standing now, waiting for my time to be all that I can be. It's so easy to forget, life is in my hands, and I can change it if I want. Nothing's impossible